Oh my gosh! I can hardly believe my little girl's going to college.
Mother exclaimed excitedly, though hidden behind her gleaming hazel eyes was a deep lurking sadness. I sat slouched over on the floor, garbage bags hung on old nails like tapestries on the wall. Yeah, I replied slowly. Never before had I seen my room so empty. Boxes of my possessions were stacked up as Greek pillars among the ruins. It was a big step, going out into the world alone. As if sensing my uncertainty, Mother knelt down and wrapped her pale, bony arm around me. It sent shivers down my spine.
Did you tell Papa? He's going to be so proud.
Emerging from the shallow pocket of her faded skinny jeans was this beat-up old flip phone. I used to tease her about it all the time, but before I could get a word in, she continued.
You know what? You're busy. I'll call him.
As her tall, alligator skin heels clicked into the kitchen, she hollered back.
Moving van will be here any minute. You better finish packing.
Rolling my eyes, I scanned the room quickly once more. Nothing left except my wardrobe. Everything else would be provided by the dorm. It was thin and bore a soft lavender hue with white highlights on the wood. An heirloom which only contained a few books placidly lying in the corner. I never did own that many. After pulling the short stack out of the commode, I rifled through them. Mostly old children's books. Ugh, I don't know why I didn't get rid of them years ago. Then I came across a book that didn't have a title. Leather-bound, rather weighty, and a couple of pages were dog-eared or torn. Cautiously, I dropped the other fictions into an empty box, retaining the mystery book in my hand. Booming from the kitchen was my mother's laughter. She'd be on the phone for hours if it didn't cost so much. Upon opening the front cover, I noticed a little orange note stuck to the bottom that read, "Happy birthday, Cam." Oh, memories started to trickle in of this boy who I spent a lot of time with in high school. We met at a camp. All the other kids were partying in this abandoned church nearby, and we didn't want to participate. Instead, we spent the whole night walking under the stars, just talking. The rest of that year, we volunteered together at this museum. He'd always buy me dinner afterwards. Then suddenly, the talking stopped. I remember this book. Scrap paper was glued onto the thick pages. Hello? I guess. I've never really written in one of these before. I don't have the patience. But right now, I don't know who else to talk to. I started to read. I just started my first week of high school, and I'm so lost. There are so many people here, and so much to do that I'm literally drowning. Literally! I mean, it's hard to breathe. The school day's so long. When I get home, it's around 4. I've never been happier to see my mother. Of course, she's always happy. She just doesn't get it. It's like she's trying to live vivaciously through me. She's the one that applied for me. She's the one that pressured me into taking the interview.
Well, it is one of the most prestigious art schools in the country.
I could hear my mother brag on the phone. I kept reading. Whatever. I'm going to try my hardest to get kicked out. Maybe when I'm out of here, things will get back to normal. Beep, beep, beep. The sound of the moving van backing into our driveway interrupted me.
I got to go.
Mother spoke quickly as she snapped her phone shut. Slipping the book bag into my bag for further reading, I leaned over and I hoisted a small tower of books to carry out.
Hey, maybe we'll stop in for lunch on the way there,
Mother suggested, stepping into the room.
I've got some exciting news for you.
Bending down, she heaved another twosome. That sounds great, Mom, I replied, still distracted by the writing on the page. Thankfully, it didn't take us too long to get everything into the back. The road looked icy, and I got worried. Waving the book to her, I spoke. I have some reading to do, but I wouldn't mind writing with you.
Are you sure? All your stuff is in the van.
White wisps escaped her every word. Yeah, of course, I smiled. I guess it'll be the last time, right? We both flinched at the thought. As we sunk into the depth of that statement, a seemingly never-ending silence engulfed us. She broke it.
Well, all right then.
She shrugged, pulling back the door to our old Maxima. They're sending us out on this camp. 3 days, I'll be gone. I have never been away from home this long. What if something happens? Oh, I still don't know anybody here. Why do I even have to go anyways? I mean, what's the point? I flipped the page, forgetting how much of a whiner I could be sometimes. So, we're back now. I'm still alive. Actually, I might have found the one cool girl in this joint. Some random hippie chick I met during the PE regiment. We like the same music. Oh, I didn't think that was possible. Smiling, I flipped the page again. She introduced me to some of her friends, and you know what? I've forgotten how great it feels not to be lonely. Maybe I can tolerate it here, for a little while at least.
What are you smiling about?
Mother asked. Honestly, I forgot she was even there. Just remembering, I answered. To my surprise, the car pulled into a parking lot, a Chinese restaurant in the middle of a strip mall. We found ourselves at this very grand-looking booth. Black vinyl benches sat on the side of this elegant square bamboo table. Our orders arrived.
So, I was talking to your papa on the phone before we left. You know his friend works downtown across from that TV studio.
As Mother chattered, I could see rice sticking out from between her teeth.
So I showed him the portfolio you used for the college application.
Mother! I interrupted. She never told me. I was shocked. She waved it off.
Oh, this was a while ago. Back when you were working for the music store. I still don't understand why you quit. You spent years there after you graduated. Anyways, I showed him. He showed his friend. His friend showed the studio.
What? I stammered.
Oh, yeah. And they're very impressed.
She smiled.
They're offering you an internship if you want it.
Giggling and squealing like a pig, I nodded enthusiastically. It was like little 5-year-old Alex's dreams were coming true.
Thought you'd like that,
she replied. Back in the car, I continued. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know, like, all of the days are starting to feel the same. I feel so empty and cluttered at the same time. I've started scarring myself with a screwdriver just to feel something. They never check your thighs, you know. I closed it shut and I didn't touch the journal again until we reached our destination. Mother and I set all the boxes down in my dorm.
I'm so proud of you, Alex,
my mother said with tears filling her eyes. I hugged her. My eyes started to water as well. Watching a mother cry is a distinct kind of pain, one I have felt so many times before at my expense. We said our I love yous and our goodbyes, and I was left alone with the click of her heels and a holler.
Don't forget to call.
It was official. I'm on my own in college, and my roommate hadn't even arrived yet, so I did the only thing I could think of. I opened the book. I have got to keep away from my friends. I don't want to hurt them. They act weird when I see them, too. I can't trust them. This is all a phase. All in your head. It'll blow over soon. Every little thought. Oh, it's making me panic. I stopped reading. Those were dark days. Dark as a never-ending abyss. Once you stare into the blackness, you know staring again will only lead it to staring right back at you. I flipped all the way to the end. So I'm switching schools now. I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm losing all of my family, and that's so sad. Skip. So I'm an adult tomorrow, and I don't know how to feel about that. See you on the other side, I guess. I sighed. That was the last entry. I felt an emptiness start to form at the pit of my stomach. Grabbing my pen, I scribbled down the words, Dear Diary.